Hey guys, it's Erica Galinas with Century 21 Affiliated in Schererville, Indiana, here for our market update. This week we are talking about Schererville. I actually have 2 months of numbers combined because I do 5 towns a month, once a week, puts me behind a month, so I'm trying to catch up. So these numbers will actually encompass August and September sales in Schererville, Indiana. The last month I have numbers for these videos was for July. There were 39 houses sold for a total of $13.4 million. Over August and September in Schererville, we sold 92 units of real estate, and again, that's tiny condos to big mansions, for a total volume of $28.5 million. There's my cat. She's saying hi. The average price through August and September was $274,950, with average days on market of 5. For numbers ending in July, the market average was $310,000. Average days on market was also 5 days. So there's a drop there of about like $35,000, something like that. But I don't think that means, like I always say, month to month isn't a big deal. We'll see these big trends over time as we go through. List to sales price in July was 98.6. List to sales price in August and September was averaged at 92.09%, which is way lower than any town. But I looked into it a little bit. There was a house that had been on the market for about 6 months that accepted 78% of their purchase price. So there must have been some seller out there that was, we'll say, optimistic about their price, hung out on the market a long time, obviously 6 months versus the 5-day average, and accepted, far less than they normally would, almost 25% less. So when I take that one out, that gives us a 98.9 listing to sales price. So that's right in the ballpark with last July's, and then obviously all the towns around us. 45 of the ones sold over those 2 months were condos and townhouses. It's something we have in Schererville that a lot of other towns don't have, or at least as many of them. Schererville obviously has, condos that were built in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, duplexes, all the townhouses they've been building over the past 20 so years. We sold almost half of what was sold were those townhouses and condos. Only 4 of them were new construction, and that doesn't necessarily mean that new construction isn't selling. That just means that A, we don't have very much new construction, which we'll talk about, but B, that it takes longer for them to construct, so they don't always show up, month to month in the same way that existing homes do. 20 active listings in Schererville. So this kind of gives us an idea what's going on right now, and this will be our first clue, if things start going down, if things start taking longer. In Schererville today, there are 28 active listings total in all of Schererville, condos to mansions, 28 active listings. Of those, 8 of them are new construction. So there's the stuff they're building in Amberley Estates, and there's some townhouses that they're building. So there are only 20 existing homes of any kind currently listed for sale in Schererville. I will say that Schererville is one of the towns that hasn't seen, more increased listing activity that we've seen in Crown Point, St. John, and Munster, and some different places. They're just, a lot of people are settled in. They don't want to sell. They're if they are looking to buy something, whatever they want to buy is probably too expensive. They're settled in. As of July, the last taping we did, there were 26 active listings. So this is on brand, over this past 3 months. Very little listing inventory still in Schererville. New construction, we talked about those. There are some active listings, those 8, like I said, Amberley Estates, single family. About half of that new construction are the townhomes that they're building. I'm trying to say, they're west of Patterson, so kind of like that little part of Schererville that sticks out almost into that Dyer area. Those new townhomes that are being built in that area. And again, there's only 4 of them. So, a lot of the land in Schererville is all full. We're not ever going to see a whole lot of new construction in Schererville. Pending listings. So these are listings in Schererville that have gone under contract, but they haven't closed yet, either because it's new construction waiting to be built, or, just regular people getting their appraisals and home inspections and stuff. There are 59 pending listings in Schererville. So, we have 28 actives or 26 actives, 59 are under contract. Average days on market is still 5 days. Schererville is moving just as quickly as it was back in the spring. No signs of slowdown there. The average sales price, we won't know what they sell for. I take it back. The average listing price, we won't know what they sell for until they close, is $289,900, which is right in between the July and the August and September numbers, because we're at $274, we're at $310, so that $289 is right there in that sweet spot. It's a little lower than average of the towns around us. A lot of that has has to do is we do have those older condos and townhouses that we have listed. Let's see, right now there are 6 listings under $200,000 in Schererville. That, you know, doesn't seem noteworthy, except when you consider that in some towns where I do these market updates, there are 0 houses listed under $200,000. Some towns there's 2 listed under $300,000. So this, one of the reasons Schererville is moving so quickly, and I don't know how it would necessarily affect listings, but the average price is at $289 is because we do have housing that is listed under $200,000, and that's super positive. I mean, we don't necessarily want to see Schererville or any other town become a town where everything is unaffordable, because that just slows the market down, and people go other places. People stay in Illinois where the library is better, or, you know, they go further south where things are far less expensive and they can get, you know, 4 acres or something like that. So it is not a bad thing to have real estate in your town that is on the, you know, the less expensive end. People need starter homes. You know, a single person doesn't need 3,600 square feet. So to have that diversity in price is actually a really good thing for Schererville. 2 of those pendings are $1 million homes or above $1 million. Interesting, because in most towns we haven't seen a lot of turnover with those. Obviously we have Briar Ridge, which is a very valuable community, and we do have 2 under contract, which is better than some of the other towns I looked at. We'll see obviously what they sell for when it happens. Of those pendings, 3 new construction. Like I said, there's no land left in Schererville to do new construction. Basically, they targeted these 2. You know, they might fill in some swampland off 77th and see if they can jam some houses in there. But other than that, we are pretty much done with new construction in Schererville. 23 of them are the condo and townhouses. Like I said, those ones that are, I think the lowest was 176. The highest list price was somewhere in the 300,000s, because they're building those 3-bedroom, 2-bath, you know, like just like a quote unquote regular house, but it is an attached house, so it counts into these numbers. So 23 condos or townhouses, 36 single family homes in those pendings. And we'll see, again, since there's only 3 new construction, it's not going to take very long to see where these pendings are ending up in terms of, you know, prices. Is their prices going to go up? Are we going to stay stable? Are we going to inexplicably see them go down? Like, that's probably not going to happen, but you never know. But because there's so little new construction, we're going to be able to see these pendings close within the next 30 to 60 days and get those numbers, you know, right into our report so we can see what's going on. Schererville, like I said, I covered 2 months here, so these are the numbers for August and September. We'll start fresh in October the next time I do one, just a little bit of catch up. Things seem very stable, which is awesome. I always say a stable market is good. The only issue is that it's also stable in terms of listings. We still don't have enough listings around here. Schererville thankfully has a lot of different kinds of listings, like I said, from 176 to 1.3 million or whatever, but it is not fantastic that Schererville does not have a lot of listings. It's not the end of the world, and obviously people aren't going to move if they don't want to move, which is awesome, but it, you know, availability of homes to buyers on the other side of this equation, they may start skipping Schererville entirely, and then things will kind of slow down even more. But I don't know that, because the towns around us also still have listing inventory issues, low listings, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. So to sum up, I think we're awesome in Schererville right now. If you know somebody who lives in Schererville or think about moving to Schererville, please share this video with them. I'm super low pressure, always happy to just kind of answer questions and stuff like that. Call me, text me anytime at 219-765-2062. You can also send me an email at hsbyerica, that stands for Home Sales by Erica, at gmail.com. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I do these, like I said, market updates every week, put content on there about, you know, different places in the area and dog parks and things like that. I'm always happy to have new subscribers and keep you guys updated. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Hey guys, I'm glad you're enjoying my videos. If you have any questions about buying or selling, but I'm not in your area, I have connections to an international network of realtors who would be happy to help. Give me a call, text me anytime, 219-765-2062. I'll be happy to give you the name of a realtor in your area. Thanks.